This is TWiT.
Here in Zimbabwe, data is very expensive. So people don't have disposable income of actually getting data. So the whole reason why I brought up Offnet was to kind of assist in that aspect, because not many Zimbabweans have got websites. And the very few that do have websites hardly maintain those websites because of the hosting costs and setting up a domain. So the whole reason why I came up with Offnet is to give them a device that they can have without actually being online, hence the name Offnet.
And so what does this actually entail? Is it a on-premise box that has a Wi-Fi hotspot with it, or how does this work?
Okay, currently we are using MacBreak devices. I don't know if you've actually heard of those.
I haven't. Jonathan, do you know anything about that?
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and take the questions in?
Okay, I've seen the Microtech brand around a bit. So how big of a box is this? Is it like a little router, or is it the ones that's basically a converted desktop?
No, it's actually very small, almost the size of a Raspberry Pi.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost the size of a Raspberry.
About a Raspberry Pi. And how expensive are those for an individual unit? Okay,
they range from about $50. The ones we use from about $50 to about $175.
Okay, and so what they provide not internet access but local network access. What kind of things do you do with the local network?
Okay, initially, basically, they are routers that actually provide internet service. Inside them, inbuilt, they've got a hotspot system. So they've got a captive portal. So initially, what we used to do is that we used to offer hotspot solutions. But now it turned out that the internet speeds were not so good. So we thought of how else can we use this product, because what happens on the captive portal is that there's a login page where a user can log in and put in their username and password. They can put in their credentials, so that after they put in their credentials, they can actually be able to browse the internet. And what happens on that captive portal is that people normally used to put bits of adverts there, and then when people actually went to the captive portal, they could actually see some of those adverts. So we took it a step further to say, you know what, we're going to do away with the internet. We're just going to use this device just as an advertising device. So
Go ahead.
So basically, what happens is that I'll give an example. So like, let's say that someone's got a restaurant. What he does is that we load up a page of maybe his menu, and then now when we are now creating the SSID, we call the SSID, let's say for example KFC, it will be KFC menu. So the SSID now sort of like works like the domain. It's very descriptive, so that when someone turns on their device, they kind of see it. And then once they click on KFC menu, they're redirected to a menu, and they can actually go through that menu, and then they can see what's available.
Is all of the kind of this local website, is all of it hosted on that Microtech device?
Yes, all of it is hosted in that MacBreak device, because you can have it both ways. But in this scenario, most individuals don't have internet on premises, so then the whole website can actually be hosted on premise.
Right. So it's not like one of the things I imagined when I thought about this was you would actually have two devices, one being your access point, and then another, maybe a literal Raspberry Pi that runs the local website. But you're able to do both of it on the single device.
Yes, the MacBreak device has actually got an antenna there, a wireless antenna, depending on the range you want to get. But if you want to get more range, you can actually then plug Ethernet to a stronger antenna, and then you can probably mount it outside if you want to get more coverage.
So have you guys done any work like replacing the firmware on these? I know there's a couple of different projects that are open source firmwares. Is that something you've looked at?
That's something we're going to be actually looking at, because as it is, transferring the data, we're using FTP. But then now we wanted to maybe have some sort of dashboard whereby someone could actually log onto the device, and it would be simple enough for the person to do that on his own. And then the MikroTik device allows you to have multiple SSIDs. So, for example, if someone was to get it, you can have SSID called KFC menu, and then you can maybe have another one that says hardware, and maybe another one that says video filming. So now he can now be sort of like a virtual host. He can host other people so that they can ride on that, sort of like how GoDaddy does it, but at a very small scale.